Hello, welcome everyone to Turn Clicks into Clients. This will be a free social media course and will teach you how to optimize your social media to sell like never before. You might be here maybe because you post constantly, but your content is not bringing any clients, it's not bringing any views, it's not creating a way for you to grow. Maybe you're not sure of what to post to attract your right audience, your target persona, so you are lost in the content world. Your profile does not represent you or your business. This is one of the most common things that I've seen when it comes to social media and businesses. They say they have this passion, this way of doing things, they're so happy, they have their own ways, their own vision of how to do their things or how their business work. But then when you go to their social media, it's just something totally different. It just makes no sense, there is no shine, there is no passion. So yes, it just doesn't represent you. Or maybe you know social media has potential, but you need a clear strategy to make it work. So here we'll teach you a few steps that you can take to start growing and seeing results from your social media. The social media mind shift. Here we're going to be talking about the misconceptions that people have about social media, how to grow, how to properly invest, how to see results. I know it's not easy. Most of us have tried to be in there. And social media does not give results straight away. It's not easy. But if we keep doing it constantly, if we understand how to make it work, then we can see really great results. To start, we need to learn how to choose the right platform. Every platform has different type of audiences, different type of content. It might be YouTube, which is long-term videos, which could be educational, entertaining, it can be fun, it can be educative. So you can do many stuff there. Then you have Instagram, a combination of videos, photos, carousels, stories, and different things that you can do there. Facebook, known for their groups and communities, so you can tap into a really good communities by Facebook groups. LinkedIn, the favorite for B2B and businesses. There is a lot of business people that connect. LinkedIn has its own way of growing as well. Then we have also Pinterest, ads. All of them are different. All of them have different strategies, and the content that you post on one of them, it's totally different for the other ones. Now I want to show you what is the real potential of social media. Why it is so important to start developing your social media either from early stages or for long-term growth. So let's break this down. So we have a one-to-one people who know you. So that would be like warm outreach. This is the easiest way to go when you start a project, when you have something small, when you're launching a product. What do? You go to your friends, you go to the people that know you, people that you have connected with before. So you pitch them your idea, you ask them for feedback, you ask them maybe they are interested on it, or maybe they can find people that is interested for you. So the only bad thing about this is that it's not scalable. You have to be sending different type of messages one by one, asking everyone for this. So it takes a long time. Then there is the other side, people who do not know you, and one by one, this will be like direct messages, email marketing. So you're trying to tap into a network of people that do not know you, and you're trying to ask them questions or pitch your ideas or ask for feedback. So the response rate from these ones is really low, but you can still get possibilities of growth from one-to-one that people do not know you. It just takes a time, and you need to learn how to create compelling messages, maybe through copywriting or storytelling or something that could really provide value to people. And then we get to the social media part, yeah? So if you want to reach one-to-many people that know you, then you start creating content. You can post one piece of content and you can reach 50 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, yeah? Depending on how big your community is. And then we have advertising. This is the way to scale, because you can reach people that do not know you, and then through content, you can just pay to reach that new target, yeah? So, social media is like any other store, yeah? Your profile could be your storefront. Then your feed might be the environment inside your business. And then your offers, your products it's like your offers is like your products, your menu. Yeah. Results are unexpected up to some point. Yeah. And what do I mean by up to some point? Because at the beginning we do not know what's going on. We post something, it doesn't work. When we get to a point that we keep trying, we can understand what could work for us in the future and what does not work. So yes, the results will always be unexpected. We do not know what people really want or need, but when we understand what it starts giving results to us, then we can keep creating that again and again and again. So the results that were unexpected now start to create different patterns that we can follow and keep creating that same type of content. Now, the consistency is one of the most important things in social media, because at the beginning, we will not see the results that we expect. Everyone wants to go viral, but no one is willing to go ahead and do content every day for a year until you see results. So it's not easy at the beginning. It's going to be hard. You're not going to see the results on your investment when it comes to time. But what I say about consistency, it's you need to be consistent for yourself. So posting 2 times per week, every week, is better than posting 5 times in 1 week and then stop for a month. Yeah, that's not consistency. So be honest with yourself and reach and put yourself some goals that you know that you can reach. 1 post a week, 2 posts a week, every week is always going to be better. Yeah. So put yourself some goals that you know you're going to be able to reach, instead of pushing yourself so hard, trying to go 1 post every day all the time, and then it's not going to be possible in the future. So that's what it comes to consistency. It's your consistency. It's not what people say. It's not what the gurus say. You need to post 9 times per week so you can be able to see results. Because if you post 9 times a week and it doesn't get results, then you stop and then you really don't see results. Then understand what works for you. This is really important. So there is different type of contents in these platforms. All of them have different type of reach, and all of them are different when it comes to you. So you have the reels, which is videos mostly. Then you have carousels. The carousels can be photos and videos, or can be videos as well. And then you have the stories, which is for interactions. You have the lives. Some platforms have different lives. They all have different reach, and some of them are better. Some of them work for other things, yeah? And then you have the written content, which I believe is going to be part of the future that we're going to be seeing now. Most of the platforms are developing a mechanism that will help written content reach out more people. I will speak about that later. What is this information that you're giving out? Are you entertaining your audience? Are you educating them? Or are you interacting with them? Yeah? All of them are different, and depending on the content that you create, you can do these 3 type of things. Yeah, there's more as well. But always, even when you educate, you need to entertain. Yeah, in social media, people is not here to just consume. They are here to be entertained. That's why people scroll. That's why they keep seeing videos, and that's why some of the videos get viral, because they hook people. They entertain them. So even if you are interacting, if you are educating, if you are showcasing what you do, if you're talking about your business, make sure you always entertain people. That's the only way to retain them. And then what's important to understand what works for you, you need to check the insights. You need to see your retention from the videos. You need to see the answers from the interactions and the stories. And you need to see what's working and what's not working. And then from then on, you invest more on the things that work. Why would you invest in something that you've done before and you know it's not bringing out results? Yeah. So that you post, you select the different type of content that you do, then you select what is it that you're going to accomplish with this, and then you understand what's working and what's not to continue growing in the future. Now, we're going to one of the first modules, will be your profile. So first impressions matter. I always say that. So even if you say that don't judge a book by its cover, in the profile, in your social media, people will judge. Yeah. So it's important that you have everything in place. That when you're crafting a high conversion profile, you need to have an organized structure. You need to have things in place. So it's not just like a bunch of images or information just thrown there and people see it, you know. Then one of the first things that people would see is your biography, yeah, your biography. So it has to be clear. You need to have the information there that you want to give out. You want to position yourself. You want to show the results that you've done before. You want to give a call to action, yeah. Then you have the profile picture. Depending on the social media that you are in the moment, it's going to be different. It's going to be more professional. It's going to be your logo. It's going to be the things that you do. It depends. But you need to have a preferred profile picture for different type of platforms as well. And then the positioning, because people buy from people, yeah? So we need to position our profile as the experts that we are. We want to position ourselves as we can solve your problems, or our products are the best for you, or this is who we are, this is our soul, this is our vision, you know? We want to show that in our profile. Because if you have, for example, a restaurant and it's so beautiful inside and you can feel the vibe, but then you go to the Instagram page and it's something totally different, it just doesn't correlate, you know? So we need to connect all these messages, all this vision to just make it work properly. So let's start with the biography. So first, different ways that you can build it up. It can be maybe your slogan, it can be your purpose, it can be your results, and really important, a call to action as well. So for LinkedIn, it changes a little bit. So it's a long form biography. You can add some success stories, challenges you've had, how you overcame them, and then your passion. Why is this something that you like so much? Why is this your life? And the skills that you have developed through the years that has turned you into the expert that you are now. So I'm going to give you this example. This is a videographer. As you can see, he has a nice slogan. So it's co-founder of contentcreator.com. They had the results that he's done. So it's 110,000 students trained, real estate investor, and a call to action. Want to learn content creation? You have the call to action there. It's simple, it's easy, it's clear. It shows what he's done, the results, shows what he's an expert. It's nice. Now, we go for the profile picture. So if it's a business, it is important that your logo is clear. If it's a professional, if it's for LinkedIn maybe, or for your business, if it's your personal branding, it's important to have a professional headshot. As we can see, some of them are from LinkedIn, and it shows professionalism, you know? It shows that they are trusted people. Him as well, yeah? And yeah, these are for LinkedIn, mostly. And then you can also show what you do. As we can see with the same example, Anthony Gallo, he's a videographer. So he has a picture of himself with a camera. So sometimes pictures like this are speak louder than the words, yeah? So if what you do in your business is something similar to that, if you can show it in a picture, that will help you a lot as well for your profile. Then we have the power of positioning. Why this is so important? People only buy from people they trust, yeah? So how from these 5 seconds when people come into your profile, it could be LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, any of these social profiles, how can you make them trust you? It can be through images, it can be through your results. And why would you buy from someone that you don't really trust, you don't really understand? Like for example, I'll show you these two pictures. They are both realtors, yes? So the one on the left, it says, I love my job, I assist both buyers and sellers here in Southeast Texas with the real estate needs. Full-time realtor with 17 years experience. And then you have these pictures, like a thank you picture, St. Patrick's Day, some chicken, I don't know why. Would you trust this realtor to get you your dream house? I don't know about you, but I wouldn't, yeah? And then we have this guy here, celebrating, some pictures celebrating from the successes, the houses that he has some drone shots. Yeah, some nice pictures, professional videos, organized, simple. This is what I do. This is what I could get you. Yeah, so these pictures speak louder. Yeah, and this is really important. How can you make your own social media speak through images in 5 seconds. Now I'll ask you a question. Would you trust yourself or your business if you go into your own social media and you see what you are posting? Are you happy enough? Do you think you are more like this person over here on the right, or you're more like in the left? Does your social media speak from you, represents you? You can leave that in the comment if you'd like, yeah? And then after we optimize our profile, then we start going to the content. It's the heart of social scaling, yeah? And we have different types of contents. I would say the most important are the growth content and the conversion content, yeah? For the growth content, we have Reels. We can reach out new audiences through Reels. We have memes. Everyone likes to laugh and entertain through memes. Some people think that just because they are a professional business, they are not allowed to post something that is fun, and I think that's a big misconception right now. You shouldn't also just publish memes, of course, but it has to be a balance. How do you entertain your people and show your facts or show results through fun, through entertaining, yeah? Then you have the trending audios, the viral videos, people doing the same. It doesn't have to be a dance, it can be something funny as well. Yeah, and then the inspirational posts. This would be something like reposts or things that you believe in. This would be like your passion, who you are, and things like this, yeah? And then we have the conversion content. You have testimonials, you have product demos, maybe promo offers, UGC, user-generated content as well. It might be like the conversion content because you're showing out your products, you're showing out the testimonials, the results that people have got before, and things like that. So this content can help you convert. So we have to find a balance. The conversion content is harder to reach out more audience. So you need to find a balance between growth content and conversion, because if you only go for memes and trending audios and viral reels and trying to be viral, great, that's amazing. You're going to reach out a new audience. But then what are you going to do with them? What is it that you're selling? What is your call to action? Because these memes will not always represent what you are and who you are or what you offer. So it has to be a balance between growth content and conversion content. So you bring in new people and then you convert them with the things that you do, the testimonials, the product demos or the services and stuff like that. Yeah. Then one more thing that I always advise is to research similar businesses. And it's not only about copy them, it's more about learning what they're doing, what is working, what is not, and how can you fit that in your business. What can you learn from them? Because social media is always about testing and trying new things. So you could either try them out yourself, or you can learn from the others that have tried before and they have seen results. Yeah. So it can be a combination of both. Then you start learning what things work and what things does not work, and then you say, oh, I think I have this idea. This might work. Let's try it out. And then you realize that it didn't work, you know? So, but then you try something new and then it works. So it's that balance. So you learn from others, you adapt it to yourself, you try new things, and then you learn, you can learn from the best. Yeah, that's the whole idea. So before you start crafting your content creation strategy, you should also go ahead and research maybe 3 to 5 competitors and see what is working for them. See the results that they're having, maybe the likes, the comments, the views, yeah? And then see what works for them and what doesn't, yeah? And now I'm going back to copywriting. And I said this is so important now. It's more important now than ever. Why? And I'll tell you why. Now, the social media platforms are incorporating something that is called SEO, S-E-O, yeah? The same way that we used to search on Google for a word or for something that we were interested. Now, in platforms like TikTok, you can write the word and it's going to show you things related to that on the search bar. So it's not going to be only about the content video or the hashtags. Now it's the content that you write in your posts. Yeah? That's why copywriting is so important now. Because if your video is regular, but your copywriting is really above average and it's really getting good results and the information that you have there is really important, then people can find you through the words, not through the video. Yeah? TikTok is doing that now, and I believe Instagram is starting to do it now. That's why people are saying hashtags are not so important now. It's more about the words that you use in your content. Yeah? So, and I believe that is going to happen a lot in the future, and copywriting is going to start being more and more important every time. So, different type of copywriting. Storytelling is really important, yeah? How to capture attention from people and then turn that and nurture that through the whole video, content, writing, whatever you're doing. So, storytelling is something really important. It's not easy to reach, but once we do it right, then storytelling is the best way to entertain and to keep people in your social media, yeah? Then you have compelling writing to try to put out some idea or something like that that you want to share with others in the proper way. Then you have the polls. This is for interactions, yeah? You ask questions, you ask them to give you different opinions, or you got like the percentages of people that say yes or no. This is good for stories and interactions, yeah? Like the interactive stories. And then we could always finish our post or whatever we're doing with a clear call to action. It has to be one, because then people get confused. Should I go to the profile? Should I comment the word forge? Should I just read? Should I comment? Should I share it? So a clear call to action is really important. So just one thing that you want people to do after reading, after watching your video. So it has to be clear and precise. And then we have the right strategy for your business. Why the right strategy? Because every business is different. They provide different stuff for the audiences. It can be a product, it can be a service, it can be different stuff, and they all have different strategies. And even inside the products niche and even inside the service niche, there are different strategies that you could apply for your own business. So if it's for products, maybe you have a simpler customer journey. It's easier to reach your audience. You have a clear offer because you're offering a click pointer. Yeah? It's easier to sell than a full service. So you have a clear offer that this is going to solve your problems because of this. Yeah? And then you have that is easier for content because you can just user generate content with this, the way that I'm using it right now, and I can show why this has helped me so much with this presentation, yeah? Because I can just move forward and backward for this presentation, and it's easier to show that to people, yeah? One of the bad things about the products is that you have less gross margin. You also have to invest a lot in social media to start putting this out because it's a product, yeah? So if you have a product-based business, then you should focus on visuals and user-generated content when it comes to social media to start reaching out to your target audience and start growing. When it comes to service, it has a longer customer journey because it's not easy to just sell services straight away. So you could maybe create a lead generation strategy. You can start showing off your testimonials, the way that you do stuff, but that alone will not get you results. So when it comes to services in social media, it's different. It's hard, and you just have to figure out a way that it works for you. So I was talking in one of my networking events with a realtor, actually. He's not one of those that I showed before at all. But he was telling me that he's never got a sale from social media, and that he doesn't know anyone in his group that has closed a deal through social media. And he asked me, like, do you think as for a business, for like mine, is it important to have a social media profile? And I answered him that having an Optimise profile will not get you the sale, probably. Will not get you to the right audience. But if the person that you're trying to close, they go to your profile and they see that you are showcasing the chicken that you did last night, they will probably lose interest. So your social media might not be able to get you bigger sales, but it will help you retain the sales that you can make because people will trust you more, you know? That's your social media profile. It's what people see from you when they're not looking at you, yeah? So it's difficult to get there, but you just need to find your way around. And not all the time social media gives you a return over your investment straight away, but in the long term, it's worth it, yeah? So the biggest thing that you can do with services in social media is that it is more scalable. Once you find the secret formula to get to new people through entertaining, content, or whatever that you do with your testimonials or showcasing houses, for example, for a realtor, if you find that secret formula, then it's more scalable, because with just one content, you can reach out millions of people. Yeah, it's not easy to get there. Not anyone get there, but once you do it, it's gonna be 10 times more worth it than just going out one by one and knocking on doors trying to make a sale. Yeah. So for services, we focus on results and testimonials, the type of content that we can create. Now, there is also two types of strategies: inbound and outbound. So I think it's easy to understand what they're about, yeah? So the inbound pulls people in. It educates, advises, supports, yeah? It takes a longer time to see results, but it's also more scalable because you're not out there trying to make a hard sell. People would just see you, understand what you do, and they will want to interact with you, yeah? That's the main goal at the end, right? To be inbound, like, I don't know, like Ferrari. Ferrari, they don't have to make a lot of advertising because everyone knows Ferrari, you know? They'll go there, yeah? So they create content saying why they are the best, why they are where they are, and people just understand that, yeah? So stories, free courses, lives, these are ways to reach out new audiences in an inbound way, yeah? And of course, content, reels, and that kind of content, yeah? So then we have outbound. Outbound is more proactively interacting with followers and non-followers, yeah? So this could be DMs and emails, both cold and warm. So the outbound strategy, it's about going out and sending messages, trying to make people buy you or sign up or understand something that you're doing, right? It can be people that do not know you, or it can be people that know you, yeah? So we need to find a balance between these two. I cannot just post something nice and expect people to come to me all the time. But I cannot rely only on going forward and trying to sell to people through DMs or knocking on doors or just being a sales shark on events. So it has to be a balance between them both. So find what works best for your business. Like, for example, in the inbound side, it would be a bit better for services, for products, because you can showcase the product. It's easier to put it there. So when people come in, they see and they can feel the attraction from it, and it's easier for them to buy. But when it comes to services, there has to be an outbound side of it, because people will just not see and just say, oh, I want what you do, I just want it. They need to be pushed a little bit, yeah? So we need to understand how to be outbound, how to do cold emails, how to do warm emails without being annoying for people. And not doing it all the time, but maybe doing it sometimes and correlate it with inbound strategies. Interact with complementary businesses accounts. Yeah, this will help you reach out a new audience, someone that does something similar to you, but it's not the same service. For example, we focus more on sales and content, but we do not do social media management. We do not create videos, or we do not do advertising. So for example, for me, it would be great to collaborate with someone who does social media content, you know? From my clients that I create the sales strategies and I create the whole campaign, I can use them as a social media management, and from their clients that they need social media, if they need a sales strategy, they can call me, yeah? The same way, this collaboration can help us with content, with events, with campaigns that we do. These all, we can combine our audiences and reach a higher level, yeah? Then, of course, when it comes to social media, more traffic always means more opportunities. But there is a catch. There is a catch here, yes. Because if you do not have your profile optimized, if you don't have a clear call to action, if you do not know what you're doing, if your profile do not represent you, you're wasting your time. because you're putting more traffic and people coming in and people coming in, and it's just wasting because they don't know where they're going, they don't know what can expect from you, they don't know what they're buying, they don't know what results they can get from you, right? So yes, work hard, but also work smart, yeah? So we need to do them both. The harder we work, we get better results, but we also need to work smart. We need to know what we're doing, and we need to set up our foundations before we start working hard and hard, yeah? And then I'm gonna be talking just a little bit about advertising. I'm gonna give you some advice, but advertising alone is a whole subject that maybe we can tap in another day, yeah? But advertising will always be the way to scale into different levels, yeah? It's not easy to get there, but once we try and we understand it, we can get really good results from it. So when and how should I do advertising? So please do not run ads until you have organic proof that your content works. And do not run ads until your profile is optimized and positioned, yeah? It's really important because from the ads, people will see your products, people will see your profile, they will see your website, and if they don't understand what they see, it's just not gonna work. And then if you want to, when you start, you should start small. Try out maybe 5 or 10 pounds a day, yeah? Test different creatives, different images, copywriting, different videos, mix and match, and then start seeing what works better, yeah? And then start scaling the winners. If you see one is giving you a good result, then start investing a bit more and see where it goes, yeah? And then once you get to that point of testing and trying and different stuff, then you can get to a point where it's really worth it to do ads. That's everything. Thank you so much, yeah? Thank you.